Ruthie here, and welcome back to my channel. Thanksgiving is just a few weeks away, so I got together with a bunch of YouTube moms and actually made a whole playlist for you of some of our favorite desserts. So if you're looking for some inspiration or just starting to plan your Thanksgiving meal, make sure you check out the description below. I'll have a link to our playlist with all the yummy desserts that we're making. There are only a few times a year where I make pie, but when I make it, I do make it from scratch. And so today I'm making my favorite pecan pie. And of course it's from America's Test Kitchen because their recipes are always phenomenal. Start by making our pie dough. This is something that you can definitely do in advance. I typically do it the day before, but you can even do a few days and just stick it in your refrigerator. You'll need about 1 1/4 cup of flour, and to that we'll add 2 tablespoons of sugar and a teaspoon of salt. And just pulse it a few times to give it a nice good mix. I pre-cut 3 tablespoons of vegetable shortening and 5 tablespoons of butter and stuck it in my refrigerator until I was ready for it. So I'll start by adding the vegetable shortening and then giving that a quick few pulses. Now that our dough is all mixed up, we're gonna just go ahead and put it into a bowl and add some ice water. I'll add 1 tablespoon at a time and then use my spatula to go ahead and press the dough together. You just wanna work it until it comes together. I ended up using about 5 tablespoons, but you can use anywhere between 4 and 6. Now that most of my dough has basically come together, we're just gonna go ahead and put on some plastic wrap, make it into a disc, and stick it in the fridge. The dough does need to chill for at least an hour in the refrigerator, but as I said, it could stay up to 2 days in the refrigerator or a month in the freezer. Now that our dough has had time to chill, we will go ahead and roll it out. You'll want to work with a well-floured surface and flour your dough, of course, and your rolling pin. Now, this dough does get sticky, so I just like the method of roll and a quarter turn. Roll and a quarter turn. Anyway, you'll repeat this until you have it the right size of what you need for your pie. To get your dough in your actual pie pan, what I like to use is the scraper and the rolling pin. I'll just roll the dough on top of the rolling pin and then unroll it onto my dish. Then go around your pie dish and just kind of press in the dough to make sure it gets all inside. This dough is very forgiving, so if you're not super even like me, go ahead and cut some from the edges and add it where you need it. And that's it. Actually, we're not quite ready to go ahead and bake this. We'll stick it in the refrigerator for about 30 minutes to let it chill one more time. Once 30 minutes has passed, go ahead and take it out of the refrigerator and put some foil on it and then use some pie weights. You basically want to make sure that the dough actually stays in its place and doesn't rise too much. And we did it. We're gonna go ahead and bake this dough. I'll bake it at a 375-degree oven for about 25 minutes, but it may take up to 30. Now it's time to make our actual filling. So while my dough crust bakes, I'm gonna go ahead and put my filling together. I'll start melting some butter in a double boiler, or basically a pot with some water, and then I stuck a bowl on top of it. Once my butter is completely melted, I'll take it off the heat and add 1 cup or 7 ounces of dark brown sugar and half a teaspoon of salt. Give that a good mix until the butter is absorbed. Working quickly, I'll whisk 3 eggs into that mixture, and then once they're fully absorbed, I'll add corn syrup and some vanilla extract. Now that everything is mixed well, we'll go ahead and put it back on the heat and cook it until it reaches a temperature of 130 Fahrenheit. Right around this time is usually when my pie crust is ready, so I'll take it out of the oven and remove the foil along with the pie weights and just put it here until I'm ready to fill it. I will say you do want your pie dough to be warm, so you don't want to make this too far in advance. As soon as my mixture reaches 130 degrees Fahrenheit, I will go ahead and take it off the heat and add my toasted pecans. Once every last bit of the mixture is in our pie dish, we are ready to bake it. We'll bake it at a 275-degree oven for about 50 minutes. You'll want it to be kind of that jello consistency when it's all ready. Make sure to try to give it about 2 hours to cool and then enjoy. And with that, that is how you make this delicious pecan pie by America's Test Kitchen. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and enjoy this pie. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, make sure you consider subscribing so you don't miss any further videos just like this one. Don't forget to check out the description below for a whole playlist full of yummy desserts to make your Thanksgiving extra sweet. And I'll see you at my next one. Bye.